Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This week I'm here with Judith.
Hello.
And I did this makeup inspired by a glitter that I recently bought from Glitter Injections. It is a glitter that she's sporting on the eyelid. It's very orange and very amazing. So the rest of the makeup was kept like in those tones, coral and oranges, and then bronze skin highlighted and a little bit contour. And this is great for festivals and where you want to look really glamorous. So, but badass as well. So if you like this video, if you do, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I'm gonna leave all my social media links down below, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat, and a list of every single product mentioned and used in this video. So without any further ado, here you have the tutorial. Hope you like it, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week. Take care, bye!
Bye!
I'm starting off with the eyes because they're going to be dramatic, baby. And I'm going to apply a paintpot by MAC. This is in Silk Ochre, and this is going to cancel out any discoloration, redness that we don't want. And it's also going to make the eyeshadow stick better and wear longer. I'm going to move on to shadows now. I'm going to use this Makeup Forever palette. And I'm going to take a brown that is called East Y662. With that Oliva brush, and I'm going to start building definition on the inner corner and outer corners, creating sort of a V, as you can see me doing here. And I'm going to slightly come in the crease. I'm reinforcing the V and then joining both of the shadows through the crease. And now with a clean blending brush, I'm just going to make sure the edges are blended. And as you can see, I'm elongating the shadow a little bit towards the brow. I'm now going to take this shimmery whitish shadow. This is called Y514. I'm going to apply that under the brow. I'm now going to take a deeper brown from that same palette, which is S616. And I'm just going to intensify what we had already with a pencil brush because it's going to give you much more precision. And I don't want to cover what we had already because I want to see a gradient of color, so keep that in mind. And I'm starting to work it on the lash line as well and extend it through the V shape that we were creating, and taking what's left to the crease, but not so much that it's overpowering, because I want the crease mostly to be the soft brown. I'm now taking that soft brown that we were using before on the lower lashes, basically to mimic what we did on the top eyelid. I'm taking the darkest brown and I'm going to apply that on the outer and inner only, leaving the center only with the soft brown. I'm now going to take the black on the palette, which is matte, and I'm going to start working it with that same pencil brush we were using before, and keep it a little lower than the previous color, just so that we keep the gradients that we're trying to achieve. And with the blending brush, I'm just gonna mix the color together and create a beautiful effect. And I have to say that the black shadow by Makeup Forever wasn't as pigmented as it looked on, when you swatch it. So I'm kind of disappointed a little bit with it. But we're just gonna keep building. That's why I have to build it up so much, to get the intensity that I wanted. I'm now going to use it as well on the inner corners, very little, and then just blend it with the same brush that we were using to blend. I'm now going to take the orange in the palette. It's called Y722. And just like the black, I was a little bit disappointed with this color because when you swatch it on your hand, it looks bomb.com, and when you use it, it's not as spectacular. So I have to layer it as well. I'm now taking Glitter Injections in this orange beautiful color that I'm gonna pack on the eyelids using my fingers, because that's how they say you should use it. But then I'm gonna switch it up to a brush to pack it on real good, which is what you're seeing me do right here. And these are so amazing. They have barely no fallout, like very little fallout, and they stick to the eyelid so good. So I'm really happy with this so far, and you're gonna see me using more of this glitter injections in upcoming tutorials because I'm completely ecstatic. I'm gonna take the pencil brush we were using before and reinforcing the lower lashes with a little bit of black on the inner and outer corner, just like we did on the top eyelid. And I'm gonna take that glitter and also apply it to the center of the lower lashes, just to mimic what we have up. And now I'm gonna take a beautiful liner by MAC. This is black, it's Blacktrack. And I'm gonna line her lashes. I'm gonna do a very thin line, very thin, because I don't want the liner to overpower the glitter. The glitter is what I want people to notice the most. And then with a clean synthetic brush, I'm just gonna slightly extend the angle of it and wing it, but it's gonna be much softer and not as harsh as if you did it with the liner brush. And I'm gonna make sure I get the inner corner really good as well. I'm not gonna put on mascara, and these lashes by House of Lashes, these are the Bambi lashes, and I'm so in love with them. They look so amazing. I'm now gonna take this NYX pencil in gold, and I'm gonna line her waterline. And I'm gonna move on to base, and I'm gonna use this Maybelline Dream Satin Fluid Foundation. This has an SPF of 13, which is not much, and it has a medium coverage, and it's buildable, but you have to be very careful because it goes from medium to cakey really quickly. So I'm gonna work it into the skin with a beauty blender, which is what I like using the most to work with any sort of foundation. And I'm just gonna stamp it into the skin, and then as I get away from the face, I'm just gonna swipe it so I get a little bit less coverage because I don't need as much on the outer perimeter of the face. And she was a little bit sunburned, so we're trying to covering and lighting this up a little bit. So you will see it now. I'm now gonna move on to concealer, and I'm gonna mix the LA Girl 80 Pro Concealer in Beige with an H&M Illuminator, which is called Champagne Gold. And I'm gonna apply that under the eyes and lifting the face up. And I'm gonna take that on the forehead as well because I wanna bring a little bit of light to it because it seems to be a little bit sunburned. So that's what I'm trying to achieve. And now I'm gonna work it into the skin with a beauty blender. And I'm gonna switch from the regular beauty blender to the micro beauty blender that I thought it was gonna be gimmicky as hell, but I'm actually so in love with it. It is so good. And just make sure there is no fine lines. And just setting that with MAC Prep+Prime CC powder. And I'm gonna move on to blush, and I'm taking this Dior blush in Coral Cruise, which is so beautiful. It has a very corally orange tint to it. And I'm just gonna work it into the skin with a contour brush Beverly techniques, applying onto the uppers of the cheeks and swiping up towards the temple. And I'm gonna take this Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso, which is so amazing. And I'm just gonna work it into the uppers of the cheeks to give luminosity and to give more of a 3D effect on the blush as well. And I'm gonna take these contour shades by Anastasia, which I believe there's Hava or Java in Habana. And I'm just gonna work it around the perimeter of the face, and so I try to make the sunburn look like it's contoured. And so that's what I'm doing. And I'm also contouring her cheeks because she looks so good when she's contoured. Well, pretty much everyone, but she looks especially bomb. Can you see the cheekbones now? I'm not gonna apply a highlighter by Colourpop. It's called Lunch Money. And I'm applying that with fingers because this is what looks best. I'm gonna also take it on the cupid's bow and the tip of the nose. And now moving on to the last steps of this tutorial, which are lips. And I'm starting off using a MAC lip pencil called Lasting Sensation, which has a very orange corally feel to it, which I love. I'm now switching up to a one by Colourpop that's called Cake, which is a much lighter version of Lasting Sensation. and just graduating and creating an ombre effect on the lips. I was not expecting her to be this bronzed up and sunburned, so I had to then, instead of just leaving the lips with just Cake by Colourpop, which is what I'm doing now, just a lipstick, I have to amp it up, and that's what you're gonna see me doing on the next step, because it looked pretty pinky on her even though it's not. I'm also gonna apply mascara on the lower lashes because I completely forgot. And now, as a final step, I'm taking this NYX Liquid Trade in Orange County, which is a matte liquid lipstick, very orange and very racing tone. And I'm just gonna work it on the outer perimeter of the lips to give a more ombre effect, and I'm just gonna tap in with fingers to melt the two together. And I'm also applying a little bit of NYX Eyebrow Gel in brunette to her brows because her brows are perfect. And so here you have the finished look. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I really love doing this look for you, and there's gonna be more upcoming tutorials using glitter injections because I'm hooked on them. And I'm also gonna leave all my social media links down below, as well as a list of every single product mentioned in using this tutorial, so go check it out if you missed something. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe please if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time.